Hi, this is a review of the Uniden LRD950 long-range radar detector. This is a laser radar detector that also has GPS, and what I'm going to do is take you through the menu and also some of the features in this Uniden LRD950 GPS radar detector. The actual packaging comes with a nice carry case that you see here, and you have a slot for where the radar detector stays and then for the power cord. On this side you have an extra fuse, hook loop tape, and then also you have a windshield mount that you can use for your windshield. In terms of the actual radar detector, you can see that there's a power on display button here. You push that once and it will go through a self-test. The self-test,
K-band, Ka-band, laser.
if we were outside right now, the actual GPS would be providing you with the actual directional compass, as well as be able to tell you if there were red light cameras in the vicinity. In terms of how to go through the menu, there's a menu button up top. You hit that once, and then by hitting the plus arrow, you can actually go through the different sequence. For X-band on, if you wanted that off, you would hit the menu key again.
X-band off.
We're going to turn that back on.
X-band on.
And then by hitting the plus key, you then go through each of the bands, hitting the menu key again to turn the actual feature on or off. You have your Ka band on, laser, pop, which is actually set factory to off. Then you have your K filter off, or again hit the menu key.
K-band filter on. K-band filter off.
And that takes out for any of the motion detectors or things that might be in your local area. The scan feature, right now it's off, that's the factory. If you wanted to turn it on, you would hit the menu.
Scan display on.
In which case there would be a dot going across the display for scanning feature. I'm going to leave that off.
Scan display off.
We then have display. You can have it where it will have for altitude. You could have it for the actual speed in miles per hour. Auto mute off. Again, by hitting the menu key, you could put auto mute on. Then you have your backlight that's on or off, and that will turn off the lighting for your mute and dim, and also for your mark switch over there. You'll notice that because I did not do anything in a certain amount of time, it automatically would exit out of the menu. Simply hit the menu to go back in, and you can cycle back through. Quiet ride, you can actually set an actual miles per hour for it to not alert you. So if you're in an area, you can set it anywhere for what speed you don't want it to actually cycle and beep. Same with the limit speed.
Exit. Menu.
You have for the time, and you can set it to your local time. Then this is daylight savings time off. You can switch that to on. Then you also have for battery warning, you can cycle on or off. Battery saver on or off. Self-test is currently on. You have a thing where you could go back to factory reset by hitting the menu. Then delete all of your marks. This is the firmware version. You can actually update via the Uniden website, and then the database version. And then to exit, you could either just wait or hit the exit key, the menu key,
Exit,
and it will do such. In terms of the mute and dim button, if you were to hold it for long, it will dim. Hold it again, dark,
bright,
back to bright. If you were to hit it during a warning, a beep, it will mute it until about 20 seconds. The mark key is if you come across something like a motion detector or such, you'd be able to go ahead and mark that. You could actually mark up to 200 particular episodes there. And you also have the provision to delete it by hitting the mark button again, or if you wanted to delete all the marks, you would hold that in for a long period of time. The H indicates that we're in highway mode. If you were to hold both the volume plus and the volume minus at the same time, that will switch over to city mode.
City.
And you can see that we're in city mode, and you're denoting there that there's no X. Where these dashes are, again, if we would have had GPS signal, this would display your local time, and then again, dependent upon what you had selected in the menu, on the left side there you would have either the speed, the altitude, the actual battery voltage indicator. In terms of the top of the unit, you have your power on off button. I'm going to power it off. I'm going to power it back on.
Uniden.
And it's going through the self-check right now.
X-band. K-band. Ka-band. Laser.
In terms of the volume, you can denote up to 6 level. We're at 6 now. We'll back it down. And then here you have your bracket release. So if we were to have the bracket in up top here, heard it click in. To release it, you would hold down and just slide off. Here is for your actual rear detection, and then you can see on the back of the unit here, this is your actual antenna horn area. On the side, this is where you connect in for your power, like so.
Uniden.
And on the other side here, this is for
X-band.
USB.
K-band. Ka-band. Laser.
To be able to do your firmware update. Had this now a couple of days. I have to tell you, I'm highly impressed with the actual sensitivity and the long range for both the K and the Ka band. The volume is very, very clear. The OLED display is extremely well visible in both broad daylight as well as at night. And failed to mention that here you have an actual signal strength display. These dots here would illuminate white all the way up to the actual 5 as you get closer to the actual kill zone, etc. All in all, very happy with this. This retails for $3.99. Amazon currently has it at $3.53, and you can get it through eVine Live, which used to be Shop NBC and Shop HQ, for $193. In my opinion, you can't go wrong with this, and it will give you excellent protection and such. Hope you enjoyed this.